Hello and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. There was going to be an episode where I puzzled over the location of Braccus Rex's vault for a very long time. I figured it out. It's over here. But it was going to take a long.
What strange witchery is this?
Yeah. That. Exactly. Took a long time to figure that out. I had to Google some things, but we got it. What is that thing? Oh. Actually don't know how to get past this. That's unfortunate. Maybe we go this way. Good.
Hey you!
Oh, hello
Let
there.
me see what you've got under there. Go on. Show me your pecker.
Yeah.
Why are you still speaking? If there was a cave to explore, do you think I'd tell you? How awkward. See, the thing is, just stop. No one cares what you have to say. Still opening that mouth of yours, are you? How awkward. See, the thing is, just stop. No one cares what you have to say. You're embarrassing yourself.
I don't feel like I would, have a negative experience by just wrecking this dude. Why would I not? Okay, whatever.
Ha! Here today, gone tomorrow.
An illusion.
Life's a dream.
This fellow must be quite proud of himself.
Okay. And
Quite the vision, aren't I? You should go. Before you get hurt.
yeah, we're just gonna kill you. So screw you. Essentially, is where I'm at with that. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, not gonna help you. Back. Back. Probably can't search an illusion, but I saw what happened over there, so we're gonna go this way. Yes.
Clever.
That dude sucked. I hated him. 60 gold for that? Seriously?
Didn't I tell you to leave? Wasn't I clear that you're not welcome here? You can't teach a fool anything.
Alright. I'm good with this. Uh-oh. Multiple. That's not great. Well, we'll just start hammering away at this guy. Missed. Ah. Is there like a backslash one, right? That one. Try this one. That's unfortunate. Try to go up a little bit more. Backlash him. How about now? Oh my god! Fine. Suck. Oh my god! Useless. Sure, we're wet now. Alright. Basically go there. Just spend your move. Running around a bit. Frost grenades. They like to freeze people. That's kind of their thing. How am I doing right now? Everybody's at good health. We're just gonna save here. And me and him are just gonna duke it out. Yeah, we're just gonna violent. Gonna hit each other until one of us is dead. There you go. Enjoy that. We're both burning, so eat it. Yeah. Not a whole lot done there. Global cooling. That's a lot of that. Jesus. I think I'll get a range. Oh, he's too far. Are you kidding me? High ground. Oh, that'll do it. Bye. Pretty much. I can't teleport me. Go over there. Good lord. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it should be a non-issue. He should go down one hit. Yeah, good luck. Doing great. Yeah, you're gonna be dead soon. Sit you down right here. Where are you going? Oh yeah. That's what I want. That's what we need. Can we do anything to get rid of all this garbage? Heal. Oh, he wasn't even there. Still, it was just an illusion.
Pathetic boy. This isn't some game. In what world does treasure simply appear from on high?
Yeah.
Poor.
Did we get points for this? I think we did.
That was even easier than I thought. Poor idiot.
Makes me feel better. the hell do I go now? Oh, there's like a little path back here. Go that way then. Rest him up. Heal it up. Hello, rat.
What? Well, it takes one to know one, mate. It's a riddle, isn't it? A conundrum. What's it you'll have to solve? I thought you looked clueless, alright? Thing is, it's about the letters, isn't it? One for each thing. Yeah, sure. Hope you don't die. Well, nice to meet you too.
Alright, here we are. Ooh, crafting map. Go ahead and read that real quick. Alright, let's talk to this bro.
You come to find, you come to search, but you won't find the way. A pity. I cannot help you. I only give the questions. I do not answer them. Braccus has willed it. Trompdoy must abide. You have met the unfortunate guardian of this vault. Judge him with a forgiving heart. Fate has been unkind to him. Do you wish to move forward? Listen closely and make your attempt.
Good.
Braccus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is...
Bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Okay. Very, so it's a very awful. It's this one.
Either you're very good at guessing or the slightest bit clever. Let's find out for certain. Listen closely and make your attempt. Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is...
Cure, so it'd be the second to last one. Hex is the first answer.
Perhaps you're not totally incapable after all. Or maybe Trompdoy told you the answers. Is that it? Is he hoping you'll... It doesn't matter in any case. The path is open. Go freely. I know little, but you have proven yourself a knowing traveler. I will answer what I can. Braccus Rex discovered the way. This he researched here, upon this isle. He could remove the source from any creature or individual. I saw the stars he used myself. They were most impressive. Braccus Rex has charged him, tried him, convicted and punished him. I know not the crime, but he has been sentenced to remain in this vault for all time and to prevent others from entering.
Oh, he's gonna fail.
Trompdoy was and is a creative man. He knew petty magic in his day. But this he has used to carve this place out from a simple vault, myself included.
Sweet. Wait. Oh, is this it? Really? This is it, huh? Ain't nothing in here. Good. There's money in it. Did I miss the door I was supposed to go through? This one. Madman's Enclave. Good. Aha!
Open your eyes. Time to die.
Great. More of these jacket. Alright, everybody just go all in on this dude. Restoration. Who do we hit with that? Oh, you, right? Yeah, we're just gonna hammer down. Silenced. Ooh, that's lucky. That sucks. Who am I playing as? Me. Alright, beat him to death. Courage, everyone. Apparently you can go over there. Ow. Dick. Don't fall over. You suck. You suck so bad. We want to handle one at a time here. Here. One at a time. Yeah. Where am I at? My physical armor's gone. Really? He's fortified. Oh, I can't move him if he's fortified. Good to know. Can I delay? No, I cannot. End it then.
Reveal yourself.
Okay. I just throw him off, right? My god. What a giant douche. Alright, I'll go over here and beat him to death, please. Unfortunate. Not good. We're in trouble. Alright, let's hit this guy a few times. But we can't. Good. 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 Who needs healing? No one yet, actually. Yeah, just hide. Hide for a minute, yeah. This guy's gotta get off of me. There we go. Dealt him a little damage. He's slowed now. That's helpful. We've done a lot of good things here. Cough, cough. I might want the restoration, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I did that, but I did it. He's getting healed. That's not what he wants. Bam. First hit. Still got a little bit of that physical armor. Alright, we're gonna have to heal him up soon. Oh shit, I can just like go over here. That's fantastic. I hate you! Ah! That knocks off his physical, so I can knock him down next time and he won't be able to take another turn. He shouldn't be able to take another turn for the remainder of this adventure. Now shoot him. There we go. Think it'll do 11 damage to him? Highly doubt it. Don't want to waste the turn if I have it, though. Keep hitting him, that's fine. I think he'll die. I'm just gonna beat you to death. Eh. Enter. Oh shit. Forgot about that. Yeah, he died, so that's good. Can I shoot him now? Yes. Helpful. Not game ending, but helpful. Give myself a bunch of armor.
Or do you always get this done?
Oh, good. More. Oh, that was the actual dude? I just happened to hit him. Ah, luck did it for me. Okay, so one of them was the right one, and if you, that's awesome. That is fantastic.
As you pick up the ring, you feel a cold, dark pain shoot up your arm. Your mind itches. You don't hear, but feel a whisper in your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
I have to? Good, I don't. Alright, Trompdoy's hatchet. Could be good. Probably not necessary right now. Identified. Probably never gonna use this. Ooh, wow, that seems awesome. Too bad we don't need it. Sash, delicate ring. Don't really use that. Take them, but don't really use them. Air damage. Do I have any of that? I don't have any of that. That seems awesome. I would like that to be for her. I will take arrow through her so she can have it. They know where to path. Alright, let's heal. Save. Continue forward. Whoa. 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 Okay. All right then.
That's plenty.
Yes, it is.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness.
Sure.
As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Braccus Rex.
Lovely.
He promises power for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles.
Bummer.
You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Remove the lid of the jar and absorb the soul inside! Oh my god, that's an option! We just saved.
As you reach into the jar, the source flows into your body. You feel warm, lightheaded, and you pulse with power. You blink, and for a split second, you're looking through the soul's eyes. You see a locked dungeon, cards scattered on a table, and a pair of skeletons. The image only lasts a moment, and then you're back, the empty soul jar in your hand, while its power pounds through your body. The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
I can't help but sympathize with him. He just wanted to go home.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
What he did shames his people.
I don't want to absorb it because it doesn't seem to... Oh, it just gives me a point of source? That's, like, pointless. I thought it would give me, like, 20,000 experience or some huge amount of experience. Like, I get more powerful because I did that. That did not happen, and it makes me sad.
That's plenty.
There we go. Alright. He helped him. Yeah, he did help
The jar
Braccus
on the
Rex.
plinth before you see the pictograms as you roam. He promises you try to... He promised he'd... Your hand drops away from the soul jar. Your skin...
Yeah, we'll be giving that to Racien or whatever.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
What he...
Yeah. It's only 121 gold. Now give me... What are you talking about? Give me that purging on. Hell yeah. Supernova. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Learn it now. Pain. Learn the supernova thing. Yes, 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 yes. This looks awesome. Of course, it will hurt everybody. Learn it. Whatever. Learn. No. Fine. That way. Bleed fire. That seems awesome. Necromancer also. Wow, that requires 3. Okay, so this should... She's gonna learn how to do that. That's gonna be you. We're gonna put 3 points of arrow, whatever, into her, and she's gonna be able to cast spells. And I don't know where this... Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, and it looks cooler too. Awesome work. Alright, cool. Wait.
The soul jar stands on...
Let me do things.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice. You see, or rather, you feel, a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Braccus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Braccus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
Another gift right there.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
They may have been a necromancer, but they did not feel evil. Misguided, perhaps.
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
One must wonder how many more lives they took. How much more misery the scum caused.
Give me this sweet-ass whatever's in here. Does that say Lore Master of 11? No, it says 1. Okay, I was like, whoa, what is this thing? Oh, it's pretty good. It's okay. Well, oh, I already just know what it is. It's not as good as what I got. Oh, it's a finesse weapon now. Take it. Trompdoi. Gwick. Check out Gwick.
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think with a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Braccus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts.
Okay.
You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut. The vision fades.
I don't know what her deal was.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display.
Keeping the dead as slaves? What a disgusting display. She deserved every punishment she got.
Being locked in a tower was more kindness than any necromancer deserves.
The jar seems quieter now.
Okay. I kind of thought that wasn't so bad. It's like, at least she's not murdering people. She's just, you know, maybe they were already dead. She's just using them. Is that terrible?
You made it all this way. I'm sorry.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Braccus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
I don't know if this guy's done anything truly terrible. He served Braccus Rex, who is like basically Hitler. Nah, you a monster. Right? He is, right? Ah, shit. I don't know what the answer is.
The tears flow faster and faster.
I'm sorry.
He's undead. How can he have tears?
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana.
Oh my god.
As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Braccus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
Oh my freaking god.
The terrible vision fades.
Oh my.
Gratiana's life was selfish and hedonistic. No mercy.
Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
However her life began, it ended well. No one should be damned because of their youth.
The jar before you glows with a blue... You hear roaring laughter and shouts, then the hush of silence. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a beautiful palace court. It's filled with cheers, but you can almost taste the fear in the room. You see a jester prance in the court. He casts illusions, playing to his master's cruelty by picking on the weakest in the room. He lives for the laughter and applause. The scene spins. A new face. A new fool to make his master laugh. Don't worry, he's told. You'll always have your place. The door closes, and you see the illusionist in the dark of this dungeon. He's alone, surrounded by gold and deathly silence.
He's the jester.
Your hand falls from the jar, your skin prickling and cold after the vision. To die down here would be terrible. To live down here for eternity, you shudder at the thought.
I don't think he was that bad.
The visions fade to black, but the memories remain.
Associating with tyrants validates their actions. He might not have killed anyone, but he enabled their murder. Let him suffer on.
He might have had good reasons to associate with the tyrant. We don't know his life. He should be given peace.
He should be left to suffer. Leave him in the dark.
We're gonna smash this one. We're gonna smash that one. Let him go. He didn't kill anybody. I don't think he's bad like the other ones.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
There we go. Now it's pleasant. That's pretty good. I got a purging wand. That's something. I'm not so sure about Gratiana. I think she was a real bastard. Maybe she deserves to die. Maybe. Maybe. She does serve Amadia, and that god seems to believe that she's okay. So maybe she is.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Mm-hmm.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
You found from your pack and show it to her.
They are relics of great power. Please, you must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Armadia, it could aid your cause. Questions? There is no time for questions. Just give me the jars.
Uh-huh.
It matters not. All that matters is that you give it to me.
That would be a good one, but I think she would be freed, and I don't want that. She won't cooperate, neither will you.
No. Stop! Wait!
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
I have waited centuries. watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Smash it right in front of her. Jesus. Woo! Okay.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off.
Yeah,
You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face.
Is she human now?
I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Braccus Rex, but more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen. Not I. They are older than Braccus. Ancient relics from a bygone age. He uncovered them. I merely encouraged him to explore their promise. These weapons do not kill, but maim in the most horrible way. With them, you can steal the source of your enemies and make it your own. They likely do not even know what they hold in their hands. They do not know its corrupting effects. Braccus was a powerful king once, but power changes a man as he changes his nation. Braccus grew paranoid, angry, murderous. Armadia, forgive me. It's true. As he grew distant, I just pushed harder. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Oh, man.
Armadia is merciful in her love. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children.
Her alligator tears.
Too.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia, I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil, but Braccus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me. Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
All right.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
Hello. Not good for me. Well, that one could be good. I don't actually know. Oh, that's better than what I got. That's good. It requires strength.
Keep your wits about you, Leia. We need you.
Requires finesse.
Thank you, Gareth.
Good at this.
Can't wait to go.
Pretty good task. Let's give this
No time.
set bleeding.
I pray you will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame.
Let me see.
Thanks, friend. I would say I owe you my life, but I owe you so much more.
Wow, she'll pay me more than what these are worth.
Did you see?
Big fan.
Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
I don't know if I'll need one of these. I may. Alright, let's try... Just don't know what to sell. This one-handed thing, I'm never going to use this thing, right? The daggers. Backstab. This cannot backstab, so that is useless to me. Don't need that scroll. Don't need that discharge. Oh, yeah, that could be good someday. Thunderbolt grenade, don't need it. Poison blast. Yeah, again, it could be useful someday.
He's here to take us home.
Could use these earth essences, but I don't know what they do, really. I don't want to waste them.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Get that. Wow, that's a dope ass thing. Take those things. Alright. So she's a big fan of us.
The air out here is a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Ivan begins counting on his fingers and muttering to himself. This goes on for quite some time.
43, give or take.
He's rather than summon far more people than you killed.
Ivan nods ruefully and barks a laugh.
It's not a competition. It's my job. What else do you want to know? Not much, I'll tell you that. Why? What do you think of them? You and me both, brother. But I'll not let the poor grunts keep me locked up to spare their feelings. Come on, let's poke around and see if we can sniff out some blind spots in their surveillance.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
I think I have leveled up. Yes, this is good. Okay, let's hit the strength up probably a little bit more, right? I don't... Extra slots, so I can have extra things to do. I don't know what to do right now. I have one of these available, so I could get even better at two-handing, which would increase my damage a bit. That I'm just getting boosted on.
Did you see? Gareth's
You'll
back.
show your mettle soon, Squire.
He's here to take us
I
home.
have plenty.
I'm
Or fair.
glad you're back, sir.
15% more, so I'd get 5% more damage on it. But this would be for all weapons, physical attacks in general.
Blessed Armada.
This is a critical
Grant
multiplier,
these
though.
soldiers your protection. I pray you
But I won't
will
use anything other, so I might as well put it in here unless I want to. Unless I want to unlock something.
I
Want to unlock something?
bless their armor, so no
I don't think so.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
I'm a punch people in the face kind of guy, but I think Warfare will unlock other abilities for me, so I want to do that. Okay, that's sweet. I have no idea. I haven't had one of these in a long time, so I don't know what to do with it. But we don't want any of that.
Did you see? Gareth's back. He's here to take us home.
3% for every point Warfare. So that's probably good over time. Never gonna deal wield.
Blessed Armada.
That's kind of nice.
Grant these soldiers your
Memory attribute, big bonus. That's not so bad.
I pray you will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless
Divine blessings.
so no
It's good to see
curse
Gareth safe and sound.
I pray you see them
But magical and physical armor do not protect you from statuses. Whew, that is a terrible thing. 2 meters isn't huge. I mean, I guess that is a pretty good distance. Ambidextrous. Not gonna be good. 2 extra attribute points. Which ones are attributes?
Gareth's back.
These are? Yeah, these are attributes. Gets me 2 more of these. I have 2 of this, so let's go up to 20. We want to be dealing big damage.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth
Keep
safe
your
and
wits about
sound.
And into memory.
We need you.
we can remember shit.
Thank you. You were missed.
Blessed Ahmad, grant
Keep your wits about you, Leia. We need you.
I pray
Civil abilities and combat abilities. I could have 2 of these.
and set their blades aflame.
Elemental affinity.
I pray you will bless their armor, so no
I gotcha.
curse may pass it. I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Comeback Kid. So if the enemy lands a fatal blow, bounce back to life with 20% health.
We'll be heading home in no time.
That could be really, really good. That could like really turn the tide of battle. That's not gonna happen. No longer blocked by magical, physical.
My welcome.
Did you see?
Wow.
Garrett's back.
Burning, poison, bleeding, necrofire, acid, suffocating, entangled, death wish, and ruptured tendons are affected by this talent. Okay, but not. Okay, knocked down would be good.
My welcome is yours.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
That's pretty good. I think we're gonna go with Comeback Kid. 'Cause that'll help me live. That would be useful.
Grant these soldiers your protection. I pray
Finesse.
you will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame.
Pretty good.
I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass it. I pray you see them safe. I pray you see them all.
He needs like more. Oh, I do have extra things. I forgot I can do these.
Sorry to see the back of these swamps.
I should be using those more. Derp. Yeah, I have Ricochet and Barrage. I should be using those. Oops. Yeah, if you go down, I want you to get back up. Yeah, give me some more ranged. Huntsman, you're great in. Yeah, Huntsman, you have plenty of Huntsman. Not gonna be a problem. This is Huntsman, right? Yeah, you have plenty of Huntsman. So range is gonna be great for you. Get that extra critical chance up. I can do even more damage.
You're doing great.
No time.
Thank you. You were missed.
I got good intelligence.
Now that Gareth's returned.
Let's hit up that a little bit
And
more.
set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless their armor.
Yeah, you could use the ability to get back up too.
I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Yeah, fatal blow. Once per combat.
Did you see? Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
Pretty good. Alright, let's...
My newest and oldest friend.
She's gonna get this one. She's gonna get
Thank
double
the
points into
goddess
that
Almighty.
as soon as possible.
Not I.
But I need you to be able to do some other stuff. Polymorph. What else do I want you to do?
Divine blessings.
Polymorph will go
It's
bleed
good to see
fire.
Gareth safe and sound.
Blessed
Soon
are
Reduces
we'll be
fire
done.
resistance.
Proud to have you at my
these
side.
soldiers your protection.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
I pray
Yes,
you will
sir.
strengthen
Dimensional
their
bolt,
Thank you,
summoning.
and set their blades aflame.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I pray you will bless
Necromancer.
their armor, so no curse may pass it. I pray you see them
So
safe.
that could be terrible
I pray this
if
in
not
your
used in the
name.
right way, because when they get diseased, it can disease me too.
We can finally get out of
I
here.
have one
now that
Necromancer, so if I
Gareth's
take it, I
returned.
Divine
can go up.
blessings. It's good to see
Gareth's
Gareth safe and sound.
He's here to take us
Might
home.
not be bad. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna up memory, actually. Yeah, get him some extra learning. There you go.
Take heart, Leia. You're stronger than you know.
Thank you, Gareth.
Blessed Ahmad.
Yeah.
We can't wait to go
Grant these
home.
soldiers your protection.
Where's she at? Is she almost leveled up? How do I tell?
Glad you're with us, Leia.
And set their blades aflame.
It's good to see you.
How do I tell?
We were afraid.
Oh, 200 to
We
the
were
next
so
experience
afraid.
level.
So no curse may pass it. I
I haven't
pray
talked to
you
my
see
bros in a
them
while.
The air out here's a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Told you, lads.
Ifan looks at you askance, then doubles up, laughing. He wipes tears from his eyes and stutters to speak, but he can't stop laughing enough to do so.
Oh, She was a fine one. You see there, she writes like a cottage innocent, but the truth is, it was she who stole everything from the Chems. She wrote that whole book to cover her tracks, so nobody would look for the missing gold anywhere near her. She never even met Roost, though she paints quite an accurate picture of his, bedroom antics.
And with that, he's laughing uncontrollably again, waving you away with both hands.
Me too. A god I don't believe in told me things about myself I don't believe. Yeah. Harder to maintain skepticism then, all right. Whatever we believe, we still need to live in the here and now. So, let's get back to work.
Ifan nods.
Alright, let's talk to people more.
I must say, I was hoping to enjoy lacking skin may make me a target for mortals, but I am mercifully immune to mosquitoes. However, they are infuriating when they get in one's skull. I can barely hear myself think. Indeed, so I gathered from your earlier prattling. I also met someone. Oh no, she was a god, by your standards. When I wore flesh, I knew her as the Lady Armadia. She was one of the 7 lords that served our king. Oh no, they're quite gone. The 7 seem to be all that remains. And they... well, I'm not sure what they are. Not quite gods, but not quite eternals. No, they are something else entirely. Naturally, they acted as any lords would. They bowed to their king and sneered at their lessers. And there was an awful lot of sneering, even back then. One can only imagine how much there is now. Oh, what do you want from me? I'm not... If you wish to know what they were like, each of the races were crafted not just in the image of their gods, but in their temperament too. Vrogir was large and strong as his orcs. Zantezza quick and witty as an imp. And Rallick prone to bouts of fighting and boasting, much like every human I've ever encountered. You were crafted as an act of ego, but one can hardly hold that against the creatures. In truth, the lords never troubled themselves with too much imagination. What would I do? Oh, it is only fitting after all. You worshipped the Eternals as gods. Why not follow one as divine? The Lady Armadia has laid out the plight of the world and begged me to help fix it. It is a grave responsibility, but one that I gladly accept. Yes. And how is that working out, I wonder? Perhaps if your precious Lucian had been a little less mortal, you would still have a divine, and the Voidwoken would not be trying to chew on my bones. Honestly, you turn your back for just a few millennia, and the world goes to stink.
In a final... Why did you assume I wouldn't? The only thing that springs eternal and water from springs, of course, one must cull to cultivate. So they are. My arms agree. One day I'll know who they were, the ones on my right arm. And one day, they are the ones I was... The Master. If he be a demon, until it is over, I will be nothing but vengeance. A day on the beach, I'll be after.
She returns your smile, though you...
A lovely little promise to make. A thorn. We'll see how bloodied you're willing to get to pluck the one rose lost in a forest of daggers. Still, I do appreciate the sentiment. Those are the breadcrumbs. They are... inconsequential. Candles snuffed out by a brighter flame. If I do say so myself. You don't say. I too had the pleasure. Of course, when I say pleasure, I mean the distinct dishonor. What always happens? I'd rather not talk about it.
She hesitates, but you can tell she wants to speak.
The thing is, Tyrsendilius, the old father, the Golden Leaf, he wants me to become the next divine.
Her eyes fix on some unseen thing of darkness.
Beware of gods bearing gifts, divinity, and yet he treated me all too mortal. all too brittle. His was an exercise in power, brutal, like all true power is. His was a lesson, meant to discipline, not to edify. Why would I obey such a god? Like I said, beware of gods bearing gifts. But I do appreciate the sentiment. Unless you love the idea of a life knee-deep in swamp water, I suggest we look for a ship.
Alright, what are we doing now?
It's peaceful here. I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
It is good to see. I pray you will. We were afraid. We were so afraid.
Hold it together, Leia. You're doing great.
It is good to see. I pray you see. We were afraid. We were so afraid.
Can't she do
My
something
eternal
with them?
thanks.
I guess she cannot.
The goddess's tears still stream.
I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Did you see?
What do I do with these things? I guess I just smash them.
Take us home.
Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, let's auto sort. There they are. They're not worth a ton. These are all... Okay.
Blessed Ahmad, grant these
We can finally get out of here, now that Gareth's returned.
What do I do with these
and
things?
set their blades aflame,
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
so no curse may pass it.
Um...
I pray this in your name.
Take
What do
heart,
I do
Leia.
with them?
You're stronger than you know.
Thank you. You were missed. Did you see?
Thank
Gareth's
Oh,
all you've done.
I gave Slain one of these purging wands. Slain was the dragon. That's right. Okay. So I could have just ended it right there. I didn't actually have to continue on. That's cool. Oh well. Purging wand. Yes. Alright, you now have the purge ability. Good. Let's try traveling, I guess. Oh, should I do the talking to him? I guess I should, I don't know. Fate worse than death? Destroy them? I don't know. What do I do with them? I just don't know. I thought she was gonna
We were afraid. We were so afraid.
do something with Amadia and they were gonna be gone. I don't know.
What word do you bring? I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the Enclave with such command it could rouse a fawn to action.
We move, seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours.
Okay. You're not going?
The others have gone to get us a ship out of here. Hurry on, they'll need you.
But before I do, I want to travel over to here. Can she take me directly to Braccus Rex's house? I want to go talk to those necromancers.
The goddess's tears still...
Ruined Castle. It's only travel points.